Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing today my 28 and 29 week pregnancy update, and I have quite a few things to update you on, so I think this might be a long video, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. So yeah, if I'm in a different location in case you haven't noticed. I'm in the nursery and I feel like it's finally taking shape. I feel like I've been nesting a lot in the past few weeks because I bought so many things and I started organizing things and washing baby clothes, and it's just so exciting, and yeah, I just can't wait for it to be done. And yeah, so please excuse all the boxes and things right here because we recently got a lot of packages with baby stuff, so I still have to put away those and figure out how I'm gonna organize everything in drawers and things. So, and I'm currently 29 weeks and a few days, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the symptoms that I've been having this past few weeks. I have my list on my phone that I wrote these past few weeks. The first thing is Braxton Hicks, which I've been having a lot, or I feel like they've been a little bit less than the weeks that I was really stressed out, but I still have them every single day. So yeah, they're really uncomfortable, but they're not painful, and I know it's just your body preparing for birth, so I'm trying to keep that in mind. And I'm also trying to keep hydrated because it's been so hot here and it's like 37 degrees Celsius, which is quite a lot, and thankfully we have an AC, but whenever I go out to run errands or do stuff, it's just so uncomfortable. So I'm trying to keep my do everything that I need to do outside, either early in the morning or late in the afternoon or at night, because if I go out in the middle of the day, I feel like I'm gonna faint. So yeah, but yeah, I've been still having a lot of Braxton Hicks, which I guess is a good thing because I'm not sure if it means your body's gonna be more prepared for birth, but I know some people have them and they don't realize, or like they don't feel them as strong. So yeah, not sure if it's gonna make a difference in labor or in like the duration of labor or stuff like that. And also another thing that I've noticed when I do get Braxton Hicks, a lot of the times if it's a stronger contraction, like a stronger Braxton Hicks, I feel really lightheaded, like not really like I'm gonna faint, but it's just a little bit dizzy, which is kind of weird because I start having this sudden dizziness and I know a contraction is coming because of that. So yeah, I kind of know when they're coming, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I think that might be because of dehydration, because I've read that even if you're a little bit dehydrated, they can come along. So yeah, I'm trying to drink a lot of water because I also sweat a lot, so I feel like I really need to. But yeah, that's one of the symptoms for this week. I've also had the worst leg cramps of my life. I don't think I've ever had this many, or the ones that are this strong, because I wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and I stretch my legs, and I'm trying not to do that anymore. One time I had a really strong one in my leg, and then I thought it was over and I tried to get up and I got it again in the same spot. So it was twice in the same spot, and the whole rest of the day I felt like I had a huge bruise on my leg, which I didn't, but it just felt like a huge sore muscle or something, or like a bruise. So yeah, that was not fun. So I'm trying to stretch my legs a little bit more before going to sleep and not stretch them in the morning to avoid that. So yeah, those are the worst. Another thing is that I've been feeling really out of breath lately, and I think it's, I know it's because the uterus is growing up and I feel like the baby is getting higher up. Yeah, I just feel like everything is kind of squished up in there, and I am having such a hard time breathing. And I've had a few nights when I feel like, especially after I had a meal, I was feeling so full even though I didn't eat that much. I ate like a regular sized portion and I was feeling so full and like I could hardly breathe, and yeah, it's not fun. And I get out of breath really easily doing the silliest thing. For example, when I bend over to grab something, when I get up, I feel like I just did a full workout. So yeah, it's getting really crazy. Even bending over, it's getting so much harder. I feel like I have to do like a plie with my legs, if you know what I mean, or yeah, I can't really bend over like this anymore because it's really uncomfortable, and I think you're not really supposed to, because it kind of works out your ab muscles, which you're not supposed to do. So yeah, that's uncomfortable as well, and I feel like this whole video is about being uncomfortable, but I am in my 3rd trimester now, so I guess that's to be expected. And to be honest, even though I'm enjoying being pregnant and I'm really grateful that I got to experience this, I'm kind of looking forward to the end now. So yeah, and I still have about 2.5 months to go, I think. So yeah, I'm in my 7th month now. Another thing that I've been feeling, which I can't remember if I mentioned in my previous video, but I've been feeling a lot of baby hiccups, which are really cute, and I feel them every day, probably once a day, and yeah, I think it's so adorable. So yeah, I've been feeling that. And I also read that kicks or like baby movements are usually not painful, but I've had a few times when he kicked, I think my ligaments or something, like right here, and it was like a sudden sharp pain, and it kind of made me jump. So that was a little bit painful. It wasn't too pleasant. I mean, it's not really that bad, but yeah, they can be painful if he kicks you in a certain spot. So yeah, and I've also been waking up a few times. I think in the past few days it happened to me. So I wake up and I feel right here under my ribs, I feel like there's something hard, and it's it hurts when I stretch, like when I get up from a chair or from bed or anything like that, and it kind of feels like a sore muscle or something, and then it goes away in a few hours. So I'm not sure if he is like sleeping with his leg up here or something like that, or if he keeps kicking that area. I'm not really sure, but I feel like he's getting dangerously close to my ribs, so I'm kind of dreading that, because I feel like if it hurts right here, then it's gonna hurt up here as well. So yeah, I'm hoping he keeps the kicks around the center of my belly, because that's not painful at all. So yeah, but even with those painful kicks, I still like feeling him, because if I go a few hours and I haven't felt him, or I've been busy and I haven't noticed him moving a lot, then I kind of get a little bit antsy. So yeah, I try to lay down so that I can feel him kick, so I know he's all right. For my weight gain so far, I've gained about 7 kilograms, which is 15 pounds. So I think I'm doing okay. My doctor measured me and didn't really say anything about my weight, but if there was a problem, I'm sure she would have told me. So I think I'm doing pretty good with that, although it's kind of scary when you get up on the scale and you feel like you've gained a lot of weight. And I know it's for the baby, and I know it's not just me getting fat, but yeah, it's kind of weird stepping on the scale and seeing such difference, but I have plenty of time to worry about that after I give birth. So yeah, I've also had some more blood work done for my thyroid, because if you haven't seen my past videos, I have had a few levels that were a bit higher up than they should be, which they weren't too concerning at the time, but I had to repeat the tests to see what's changed, and they've gone even a bit higher up. So that means that I think my thyroid is not producing enough hormones, so it's not a huge lack of hormones, but my doctor said it would be best if I supplemented a bit more, and it would be safer for the baby, although the baby apparently is producing its own hormones right now, so it's not really affecting him that much. But he did give me a treatment for my thyroid, so I've been taking that for the past 5 days, I think. And yeah, apparently it's supposed to help, and I'm gonna take this for a while, and then I'm gonna get retested to see if if the dose is appropriate and things like that. And at 28 weeks I also had a scan, which was really nice because we got to see the baby, and the whole time we were there she also put the 3D or 4D type of thing on the screen, and the whole time he had his palm up to his forehead. He was like this, and we just laughed so much about it, because we were like, he looks like he's struggling so much at the moment. He has so many problems. So yeah, it was really funny, and we got a picture of that, so I'm gonna insert that right here. But it's really such a funny picture of him. It was really nice seeing him. Everything is looking good. He's right on track with the measurements. He weighs, I think, 1 kilogram and 100 grams or something like that. So he's right on track as well, so that's really good. And yeah, everything looks normal. The only thing that my doctor said is that the baby is breech, so his head is up and I think his bum is down here and the legs to the side, so he's not fully breech. I mean, his legs aren't down to my cervix, but yeah, he's not in the right position for birth yet. So my doctor said he still has a lot of time to turn, which hopefully he will. I read that a lot of babies turn in time, or they turn right before labor, so I'm hoping that happens to me as well. But my doctor said that if he doesn't turn until I go into labor, then I'm gonna have to do a C-section, which I really hope I don't have to. And for some reason, to be honest, the C-section scares me more than actual, like, natural labor, even though I know it's a lot more pain-free, because obviously you don't have to go through all the contractions and push the baby out. But I don't know why it scares me a lot more than a natural birth. So yeah, I'm trying to keep an open mind, because if it does happen, then it does. I can't really control it, but yeah, I'm hoping the baby turns by then. And my doctor also told me that I should start not necessarily counting kicks, but just kind of keeping track of them, because she said counting kicks can be stressful, and there might not be a certain number of kicks in an hour or two. But she said that I know how the baby moves and like how much the baby moves in a day, so I can assess if he's moving like he usually is or not. So she said if I had any concerns, I should give her a call. But yeah, she didn't give me an exact number of kicks I should count, so I'm just trying to keep track of that. But he's moving so much, I don't really have to count anything, because I feel like sometimes in 5 minutes he'll kick 10 times. So, because I think in my book it says 10 kicks in 2 hours or something like that. So yeah, but it depends on the hour, because sometimes I feel like he sleeps more and sometimes he kicks a lot more. So yeah, she also said that I should try and take my blood pressure every now and then, just to see if everything's normal, because there's, I think high blood pressure means pre-eclampsia, or it could mean pre-eclampsia. So we bought one of those arm blood pressure monitors, so I do take it every once in a while, and it's been the same my whole pregnancy. It's been 160, I think. Yeah, 160. So that's, I think, on the lower scale, like on the lower end, but it's still fine. It's not concerning at all. So yeah, every time I take my blood pressure, it's around that mark. So that's really good. I'm hoping it doesn't go up or anything like that. And another exciting thing that happened these past few weeks is that we started the Lamaze class. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before. My husband and I are attending those, and it's basically 6 sessions, and in each one is like a different topic. So the first one was, we attended 2 of them, and the first one was about like the pregnancy and getting ready for birth, like breathing techniques and things like that. But it wasn't awkward. It wasn't like us sitting on the floor doing all those weird techniques that you see in a movie. She just showed us how to practice the breathing and gave us kind of like a homework to do every single day, just to get ready for labor. So I've been doing that. And then the second class was about labor, which is so labor up until delivery. So we haven't discussed the actual delivery yet. That's gonna be the next course, and I feel like I'm learning a lot, even though a lot of the things that she's telling us I kind of knew or I've read about in my book, but I feel like it's more of a personal experience. And she tells us stories of the births that she attended, and I just feel like it's really nice. And every time I leave that class, I feel so at peace, and I just feel like it gives me like a different perspective on labor. And yeah, I don't know what it is about that class, but it's really nice, and calming for me, so I'm really enjoying it and I can't wait for the next classes. There's also going to be one on breastfeeding, which I'm really curious about because I don't know much about breastfeeding yet. So yeah, that's been really exciting, and I think that's about it for this week. I'm not really gonna do a baby haul or things that I bought because, as you can see, I bought a lot of things. So I think if I did that, this video would be 1 hour long, which I don't plan to do. So maybe I'm gonna do a separate baby haul if you guys are interested in seeing all the things that I bought for the baby. And I also placed an order on IKEA, which I'm really excited about because it's gonna be the crib. And what else did I order? Some baby towels and just random baby stuff. So yeah, let me know if you would like to see that. So I'm gonna go now because I have to get to work. It's really early in the morning, but I want to get this video done. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna do my bump shot now. So I'm not sure if you can see properly, but this is my 29-week belly and it is getting so big. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next pregnancy update. Bye guys!